Treasure SMP, a server of 6 Minecraft friends. All they want is peace and prosperity. One member chooses to express prosperity in a puzzling way. What is going on, guys? It is Mr. Jollycat here, back with another Treasure SMP video. And in this video, I am going to be showing you guys the box. Now you might be wondering, what is the box? Well, you see, so I decided, because I am very wealthy, to start, distributing some items, some fancy stuff. I got a little bit too much wealth on my hands. So I decided, hey, let's give out some items. So I made a box. Now this box, though it may seem very hard to find, was actually pretty simple if you just think about it. So basically what the box is, let me explain what the box is first. It was an obsidian box in the sky that was within 1,000 blocks in both X, Y, or Z. It netted to 1,000 blocks, so if it was diagonal, the net distance would be 1,000 blocks from this beacon right here. And so that was the first hint I gave the other people in this SMP that aren't currently online. And they were like, oh yeah, that's going to be impossible to find because, it's just going to be hidden in a cave somewhere. So then I told them, no, you can see it. Now you might be wondering, well, that's not very helpful. It can just be in any one of these caves. I mean, there's like 1 million of them. Of course, I ruled out the nether. It's not in the nether. But it could be in literally any of these caves, as they stated. But what they didn't realize is that I'm not mean. Like if I put it in a cave, it'd never get found. I'd have to give so many hints to actually give away the location. So it was pretty obvious that it wasn't in a cave. But to clarify, my next hint was stating the fact that it was above Y level 50. So this beacon is at Y level 68. Well, yeah, 68. So I gave them the hint, hey, it's above Y level 60. Or Y level 50, rather. And so then they were like, okay, well that makes it a little bit easier, but for some reason they still thought it was in a cave. I'm not quite sure why they thought that, but they did. And I don't know who placed blocks on my signs up here. But I know some people came up here looking for it. They didn't realize that I was using this for something else that might or might not happen, we'll see. But yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot of area to cover. In a 1,000 block radius, it's an insane amount of area. It's like all of that mountain, all the way around here, all the way around here. It could be in this mob grinder. So with the hints that we have now, it's within 1,000 blocks of this beacon. It's out in the open. So it's not in a cave. Well, it could be in a cave, but it's out in the open where you can see it. It's above Y level 50. That doesn't narrow down a lot of places, but it does, if you use some common sense, narrow it down to being in the sky. Yeah, it could be in one of these mountains, but there's no point in hiding something in a mountain because that just ruins the whole point because nobody's going to find it. So, and of course, I didn't state if there was any significance about where it was hidden, and there isn't any significance about where it was hidden. So, as of now, at least if I had given myself these clues, I would be thinking, okay, it's in the sky somewhere, probably on the edge of 1K blocks, because if it's in the sky above the beacon, you can just see it. And that is no fun. So, I would say about 1,000 blocks away from the beacon, and probably on either positive or negative X or positive or negative Z, just because these corners would make it a lot closer to the beacon and able to be seen from a lot closer places. And seeing as there's significance all over here, you would think it's probably not anywhere in this area. And of course there's some significant stuff over there as well, and there's like a trading village over there, so yeah. So if you use all of that information, with my house being there, this area all the way around in about, I would say about 300, maybe 310 degrees, is all well-known, well-traversed area. So, if you think about that, it's unlikely that I'm going to put it anywhere in this area because it will be seen easily because it's in the sky, in case you couldn't figure that out from the other clues. So, you got just this area left. And if you come up to the sky over this area, then, you can just search around the sky. Now, the obsidian box is not actually there anymore because somebody did find it, and I will include screenshots of who found it. But the obsidian box is not currently there anymore. With that being said, the last hint that I gave them was that anywhere on my house, so not including this pathway, anywhere on my house or the stairs, if you have max render distance, can see the box. Now, I'm kind of regretting not keeping the box until I made this video, but this video took forever to actually, record. So, but anywhere on my house, so not inside, but anywhere on the house, you can see the box. Now, if you take all of the previous hints and some, common logic, you can think, well, it's gotta be somewhere this way. So, obviously, you can check all around my house, and you'll see that nothing's there. But, right at the edge of my house, and right at the edge of max server render distance, which is 12 chunks, by the way, just for any of my Minecraft friends watching this video, the max server render distance is 12 chunks. That's Hypixel's limit. And if you take into account 12 chunks, which was my last hint, so we have 1,000 blocks from the beacon, it's exposed, it's above y equals 50, it can be seen from on top of my house, and the final hint, you have to have max render distance, max server render distance, which is 12 chunks. So obviously you can pull out F3G if you want to and count out the chunks, but that's boring. Basically how the person found it was they came over to the front of my house and they were like, oh hey look, there's an obsidian box in the sky. And it's crazy, but right atop this mountain was up at Y320, I mean a little under, that's the limit, but right at Y320 was where the obsidian box was, right above this nice snow-covered mountain. Now, the resources in the chest will be shown along with the screenshots of who found it, but that's basically, in case you guys couldn't tell from the intro, there's one benevolent person, that's me. I have way too many riches, so I decided to share some of them. And yeah, this is not the first, well, this is not the first, this is the first, this was the first box that I made, this was the first gift that I made, but it was not the last, and I actually have another one that has already been made and found, and I still need to make a video on it. So we'll see when that video actually gets made. But yeah, that's the obsidian box. Nice, how many blocks up from here? Nice 200, little less than 200 blocks straight above me now was where the obsidian box was. Really annoying to get blocks up there, but It was a fun adventure. I will say it took. The person who found it was on the SMP for probably about 6 hours. So it didn't take that long. I don't even know if they were searching that entire time. But it didn't take that long, but it definitely took a pretty significant amount of time. So, if you guys have any ideas for how I can hide another box, or just hide other resources in a chest somewhere, then put them in the comments. I have some other ideas myself of how to hide specific things, but I want to hear your guys' ideas. See if you know any fancy Minecraft mechanics that could be utilized to make it extra tricky to find certain boxes or certain special items. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed this little box hunt. I hope you guys were able to figure it out maybe before we got to the end of the video. Who knows, maybe you just were watching for fun and wanted to see where I hid the box with all the resources. But yeah, before the end, I will be showing the screenshots of who found the box and what was in it. So yeah, GG to the winner. Hope you had a fun time searching. Hope everyone who's watching this video had a fun time, going through the clues and hopefully thinking through where it could possibly be on their own. And thank you to all of my friends who are on the server for searching for the box. And yeah. Anyways, bye!